Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the Morning News.
Good morning. Welcome in. It is 5 o'clock. It is April 1st. You got Ryan and Rachel with you today.
Yep, and April showers, it definitely hits true today.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're trying to dry out today, Carson. Kate knows how to pick the week she wants off, I'll tell you that. During the winter break, she also had time off when it was really coming down.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. It's like she almost forecasted it or something.
Knows how to pick them, that's for sure. Hey, you know what? We've got much drier conditions in store for today. Despite what you're seeing on the radar right now, some lingering drizzle, a little bit of patchy fog, as well as a few spot showers. But I think the radar picture should continue to see that lingering precipitation thin on out. The bulk of the rain shower activity, by the way, from yesterday, of course, are long gone, so drier conditions overall. However, the flooding threat continues. Flood watch remaining in effect across central New York, parts of northern New York, until 8 o'clock this evening. Several flood warnings embedded within that flood watch as well. We'll go over those once again coming up in the full forecast in just a few minutes. You can get that complete details on those alerts on our website, localsyr.com. Cooler conditions to the north, 30s from Sodus to Fulton to Watertown, right at 50 degrees here, barely holding on to that milder air here in Syracuse. It's about to turn a whole lot cooler here. 40s expected by the mid-morning, and we stay there throughout the rest of the day. More clouds than sunshine today, though a little filtered sun, not totally out of the question. By the way, a little bit of a northwest breeze with us, meaning wind chills. Hard to believe we're talking about wind chills today after temperatures near 70 yesterday, in the 30s for a good portion of your Wednesday. Turning warmer, though, the next couple of days. We'll talk more about that, and of course have the latest on the flooding threat in just a bit.
Thanks so much, Carson. It's not just here at home. Severe flooding taking the region by storm. Western New York now under a flood watch warning until tonight.
And it looks like cleanup is going to take some time. As you can see right here in Western New York, a neighborhood completely underwater. This was last night. Flooding, one of those many issues neighbors across the region are now facing. Tornado warnings, strong winds, heavy rain, big hail, and dangerous flooding soon coming after, leaving a trail of destruction. A 60-foot pine tree snapping during the storm, falling and missing a home by just a few feet.
The Rochester area also seeing flooded roads, making treacherous travel. In some areas, rushing water carved away road shoulders, leaving branches laying across lanes. Drivers encouraged to avoid flooded roads this morning.
Part of Interstate 88 is still shut down this morning after a large sinkhole opened up. The eastbound lanes between Unadilla and Otsego are closed after a culvert collapsed, leaving a roughly 4-foot hole in the roadway. Drivers have been asked to avoid that area.
It is always a good idea to have that Storm Team app on your phone so you'll be weather ready anytime. Scan that QR code right now. You can also find it in the App Store and Google Play.
Turning to a harder headline.
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
5:11 on this early Wednesday morning. Even though the bulk of that rain shower thunderstorm activity long gone now that affected us so much yesterday, we still have some lingering flooding concerns, including here at the Tafneoga River in Cortland, at Cortland in particular here, expected to reach a crest of about 10 feet. That's moderate flood stage early this afternoon. We're going to be watching for some flooding concerns along the Tafneoga River, not only at Cortland, but also down toward Marathon. Could flood some roads and basements there before the water level expected to recede here gradually as we head through later tonight and into the day tomorrow. That's just one of the spots where we've gotten an active flood warning in effect. We'll take you through those in just a moment. Flood watch, by the way, across central New York. That remains in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. We'll zoom in, take a closer look at some of those flood warnings again for the Tafneoga River until 8 o'clock Friday morning. A flood warning also in effect over toward the Shenango River at Sherburne until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Just to the west, flood warnings continue until further notice for Cayuga Lake at Ithaca, and also until 9:15 later this morning for Owasco Inlet at Moravia. Watch out for some flooding in that area. Also, northern Oneida County up into portions of Lewis County along the Black River. Flooding possible there with a warning continuing until 5 p.m. tomorrow evening. Bottom line, if you ever encounter a flooded out roadway, please make sure you turn around and find an alternate route. Not much lingering precipitation to show you outside of a few spotty lingering showers, some patchy drizzle, patchy fog this morning. The cold front now off to our south. That's going to stall out to our south and maybe provide areas south of Syracuse with a few additional developing showers later on today. But overall, a much drier day today versus what we saw yesterday. Mild air just barely hanging on in the 50s here near and south and east of Syracuse, 30s off to the north and west. Here in Syracuse, I think those temperatures end up dropping into the 40s here as we head through the next few hours and staying there as we head through the rest of the day thereafter. Bit of a northwest breeze here at times going to make it feel more like the 30s. Hard to believe after those highs in the 70s yesterday, but 70s are back later this week after a high in the 50s tomorrow. Timecast, let's take you through it hour by hour. Socked in with the clouds, a couple lingering spotty showers, some patchy drizzle here by 7 this morning. Mainly dry conditions, though, just rather cloudy, gloomy. Temperatures upper 30s to low and mid 40s by lunchtime. And there's that next wave of a few light rain showers, especially near and south of the thruway here as we head through later on this afternoon. A little bit of light rain shower activity continues as we head through tonight, again, mainly near and south of Syracuse. We dry out a little bit, good deal of cloud cover, maybe some patchy fog again to begin the day on Thursday. Yet another round of a few showers expected as we head through, especially late tomorrow morning into tomorrow afternoon as another front is stalled out close by. That pushes toward us as a warm front ushering in some milder conditions here by Friday, but also bringing about that next best chance for some more showers. Even a few thunderstorms, severe weather threat at this point looks very low, luckily for Friday. The high 73 down to 70 here, very mild on Saturday. A few late day showers and storms remaining unsettled on Sunday, but still relatively mild, starting near 60, but dropping through the day. Back in the 40s with some rain and snow early next week.
Local news coming up at 5.
Now, your forecast first. Certified as Central New York's most accurate.
5:23 right now on this Wednesday morning, even though the bulk of the heavy rain from yesterday is long gone. We still have a flood watch posted across Central New York. That remains in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. Remember, if you ever encounter a flooded road, please turn around, find an alternate route. You don't know the depth of the water nor the integrity of the roadway underneath. And that goes especially for those areas where we have flood warnings posted across several area waterways. We'll talk more about those in detail coming up in a bit. You can get the latest on those flood warnings, by the way, on our website, localsyr.com. I've got all the details posted there in the weather alert section for you. Otherwise, on the radar picture, a few lingering spot showers and patchy drizzle and fog around. Just kind of a dreary start to the day. Temperatures around 50 right now, dropping into the 40s in Syracuse by later this morning and staying there through the rest of the day. Even a bit of a wind chill factor today with a northwesterly breeze, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Could make it feel more like the 30s at times. Actual air temperatures end up in the 30s. A few showers, especially near and south of Syracuse as we take you through tonight. Temperatures, guess what? Back on an upward swing the next few days. 40s for the most part today, 50s tomorrow with some more rain showers rolling on through. Looking at highs in the 70s Friday and Saturday.
Off on a 10-day, 685,000-mile journey around the moon.
Exciting stuff there.
Yeah, we'll be watching that, obviously, and I'm sure a lot of folks are interested to see.
Welcome in. It is 5:30 now on this April 1st, new month. You got Ryan, Rachel, and Carson with you today.
Yeah, same headline though. It's very swampy out there today.
Good word.
Yeah,
it is, and it's about to turn even cooler. Pretty mild start relative to how it's going to feel by the time we leave work later this afternoon. I'll tell you that. And also, it should turn a little drier as the morning wears on too. Still a few spotty showers. Ryan said kind of swampy, dreary out there this morning. A little bit of patchy fog and drizzle as well, though not much to show for it on the radar picture right now. And again, those lingering spot showers should continue to fizzle here as we head through this morning. A few more showers may redevelop, though, late today as our cold front stalls out to our south, mainly south of the thruway. Flood watches are continuing across Central New York, despite the fact that the heaviest rain is long gone. Those remain in effect until 8 this evening. Many flood warnings within that flood watch zone as well. We'll talk more about those in just a few minutes in detail. Temperatures right now, there you see it cooler to the north and west, 30s from Sodus toward Fulton, Watertown, near 50 in Syracuse right now. Already 48 in Skaneateles, and that cooler air will continue to infiltrate the rest of Central New York. Temperatures for much of today hanging out in the 40s. Bit of a northwest breeze with us as well, putting wind chills. Yes, we're talking about wind chills just one day after hitting the 70s, feeling more like the 30s for a good portion of today. We'll talk more about that shower threat returning late today into tonight. And again, the latest on those flood alerts coming up with the full storm team forecast in just a few minutes.
Hopefully you're waking up dry this morning. We are seeing several reports of flooded basements in backyards.
Roads that typically flood during downpours, no match for yesterday's nearly 2 inches of rain, which, by the way, marks the wettest day around here since August of 2024. Some roads still covered this morning, which could be an inconvenience for your commute. One of those troublesome spots taking us to Cicero this morning. This is right by Drivers Village. Police urging people to watch your wheels and be safe if your drive takes you out this way.
And in Cayuga County, some local flooding on Ridgeway Street in Union Springs. A viewer sharing these photos. You can see water spilling over, leaving parts of the road and nearby yards swamped. A warning this morning about the Salmon River in Oswego County running high and fast. If you live or work up in that area, you're urged to stay away from the banks of the river from Redfield Reservoir to Lake Ontario. That includes Pulaski and Altmar until things calm down.
Staying in Oswego County, it's a story that was breaking while we were on the air yesterday morning. Fire investigators continue to investigate if named for a house fire in Oswego County. Just before 5:45, Hastings crews headed to a scene on French Street that's just off of County Route 45. When they got there, they found smoke coming from a house. It took about 45 minutes to knock down the flames. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
The weather also causing a shortened game at the
Now, Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
5:43, good Wednesday morning once again. Central New York, as we've been telling you throughout the morning, even though the bulk of the heavy rain from yesterday is now long gone, the flooding threat remains across parts of Central New York. We'll start with another look at the Tioga River at Cortland at minor flood stage right now, so watch for some flooding along Kellogg Road at this point south of Cortland, but that flood stage is expected to reach borderline moderate level here at about 10 feet. That's where we expect the crest to be early this afternoon before those waters gradually recede. At that point, watch out for some flooding also of basements and roadways down in the Marathon area. We'll watch that closely for you. That's just one spot that's under a flood warning right now. More on those in just a second. First things first, the flood watch continues all across Central New York, including here in Onondaga County until 8 o'clock this Wednesday evening. But again, several flood warnings embedded within that flood watch. We just told you about the Tioga River, that flood warning in effect until 8 o'clock Friday morning. Flood warning posted for the Shenango River at Sherburne. That goes until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Back to the west over at Cayuga Lake. We've got a flood warning there until further notice. Owasco Inlet at Moravia still seeing a flood warning with some flood concerns there through later on this morning. And up to the north, flood warning continues here along the Black River. Some flooding concerns there from northern Oneida County back towards sections of Lewis County. That warning in effect until 5 p.m. on a Thursday. Again, the bulk of the rain long gone. Still some spotty shower activity, some patchy mist and drizzle around this morning. We are going to turn drier as the day wears on, especially through this morning and early afternoon. But as this cold front stalls out to our south, another round of a few showers expected late today and tonight, especially south of Syracuse. Let's play a game of Find the Front, shall we? Take a look. 30s and 40s to the north and west of Syracuse, 50s off to the south and east. Cooler air rolling on in as we continue through the rest of this morning. Temperatures for most of today here in Syracuse ending up in the 40s. And guess what? A bit of a northwest breeze will make it feel more like the 30s. Yes, in true spring fashion, talking about wind chills here in Syracuse in the 30s just one day after reaching the 70s. Temperatures in the 70s back again by Friday and Saturday, not before we have temperatures in the 50s here as we take you through the day on Thursday. So again, more clouds than not, maybe a little partial filtered sun at times today. Drying out this morning through the early afternoon. Another round of a few showers rolling through near and south of Syracuse in particular by later on today. A few showers continue at times heading through tonight with temperatures at pretty chilly levels ending up in the 30s to around 40 degrees into early tomorrow morning. Drying out temporarily once again to start the day tomorrow. More clouds than sunshine once again. Warm front inches closer, stalls out. Another wave of showers expected as we head through the day on Thursday. Then another bit of a lull. And then as that warm front inches closer and closer, milder air funnels in here on Friday. But that chance for showers and storms returns as well. Luckily, the Friday severe weather threat looking very, very low with those temperatures. Yeah, 73 in Syracuse, close to 70 on Saturday, 60 and dropping through the day, ending up in the 50s, even 40s by the end of the day, Easter Sunday. Even cold enough for a few snow showers Sunday night into Monday.
ITheir TV Syracuse, the local station. You're watching the morning news.
Good morning. Welcome in. It is 6 o'clock. o'clock. You got Ryan and Rachel with you on this first of the month.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. New month, same showers.
That is true, yeah. April 1st, so make sure, you're on alert for those April Fool's prank. Mother Nature playing a trick on us, that is for sure, the last 24 hours.
And it's not funny, but
All right, you know who is funny? Carson Metcalf. That guy always has me cracking
that Clipper
up.
Carson.
And nobody talks about a bad forecast like Carson.
And guess what? No Clipper today. Cold front moving to our south and east as well, and that's bringing in some cooler air. Yeah, we've got temperatures close to 50 right now. They're not going to stay that way, though, as we head through the day. First things first, though, the rain, the storms yesterday, obviously the big weather headline this morning. I'm happy to report most of that rain shower activity long gone, but still a few lingering spotty showers, patchy drizzle and fog out there, maybe reducing visibility a little bit, so watch out for that in your travels this morning. Flood watches, even though the bulk of the rain is long gone, those remain in effect across central New York until 8 p.m. this evening, and we've still got many flood warnings in effect as well embedded within that flood watch area. We'll talk more about those in case you missed it in just a few moments. There you go. Find the front on the New York State Mesonet reporting sites. Here we've got temperatures in the 30s up toward the Lake Ontario shoreline, 40s from Redfield to Central Square to Fayetteville, 50 in Tully, 56 right now in Groton. Temperatures here in Syracuse going to turn cooler, spending much of the day in the 40s with just a little bit of a northwesterly breeze. Yes, I know we were 70 plus yesterday. We're talking about wind chills. Yes, wind chills on April 1st in the 30s. Not to worry, things will warm up in the next couple of days. We'll talk more about that and, of course, have the latest on that flooding threat as well in just a few minutes.
Well, hopefully you're waking up dry this morning. We are seeing several reports of flooded basements, backyards, and yes, roads. This is on East Circle Drive at Hogan Drive in Cicero. The nearly 2 inches of rain marks the wettest day around here since August of 2024.
Severe flooding taking the region by storm. Western New York now under a flood watch warning until tonight.
And it looks like cleanup is going to take some time. As you can see here in Western New York, a neighborhood flooded last night. But flooding is only one of the many issues residents across the region are now facing. Tornado warnings, strong wind, heavy rain, big hail, and dangerous flooding soon came after leaving a trail of destruction. A 60-foot pine tree snapped during the storm, falling and missing a home by a few feet.
The Rochester area also seeing flooded roads, making treacherous travel in some areas. Rushing water carved away road shoulders, leaving branches laying across lanes. Drivers encouraged to avoid flooded roads this morning.
And part of Interstate 88 is still shut down this morning after a large sinkhole opened up in the southern tier near Otsego. This after a culvert collapsed, leaving a roughly 4-foot hole in the roadway. Drivers have been asked to avoid the area.
As always, it's a good idea to have that Storm Team app handy so you can always be weather ready anytime, anywhere. Just scan that QR code there on your screen or search WSYR in the App Store or Google Play.
Turning to a harder headline now out of Utica.
Storm Team meteorologist Carson Metcalf with Central New York's most accurate forecast.
6:11 is the time. Good early Wednesday morning, Central New York. Overall, drier conditions expected for today versus yesterday, but with the bulk of the heavy rain behind us, we still now have a few lingering spotty showers and patchy mist, drizzle, fog out there this morning, so just kind of a dreary start to the day. Cold front, that continues to roll through Central New York, moving off to our south and east. Eventually, that front stalls out to our south, and that could bring another wave of a few showers later this afternoon after we temporarily dry out later this morning to areas near and south of the Thruway. Even though the bulk of the heavy rain from yesterday now behind us, still some more rain in the forecast. That means flood watch continues across Central New York until 8 o'clock on Wednesday evening. Multiple flood warnings continue within that flood watch zone. For the Tafnoga River at Cortland, that goes until 8 o'clock Friday morning. Shenango River at Sherburne, flooding possible in that area with a warning there until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Back to the west out toward the Finger Lakes, Cayuga Lake under a flood warning until further notice. Flood warning posted until 9:15 later this morning for Owasco Inlet at Moravia. Also, that flood warning continues up north portions of extreme northern and northeastern Oneida County up into Lewis County for the Black River. Flooding possible there with a warning going until 5 p.m. tomorrow. Newly issued flood advisory till 5:45 a.m. tomorrow along the Salmon River in the northern part of Oswego County. Bottom line, if you ever encounter a flooded out roadway, walkway, please turn around, find an alternate route. You don't know the depth of the water or the integrity of the roadway or walkway underneath. So as we keep an eye on the flood situation, we're also keeping an eye on the temperature situation. I told you the cold front rolling through right now. We've got wide-ranging readings from the 30s to the 40s to the 50s right now across the stations of the New York State Mesonet. Here in Syracuse, here's a snapshot of our temperatures for today. Largely spending much of the day in the 40s, but you factor in a bit of a northwest breeze, 5 to 10, 5 to 15 miles per hour. We're talking about wind chills for much of the day in the 30s. So daytime highs at best only in the mid-40s today, low to mid-50s tomorrow. Guess what? Back in the 70s by the time we get to Friday and Saturday. Far cry from 70 degrees, though, here as we head through the rest of today. Good deal of cloud cover, temporarily drying out. We'll thin out that coverage of spotty, lingering showers as we head through this morning. By lunchtime, we're mainly dry, just kind of damp, kind of cool. Temperatures upper 30s to low and mid-40s. Next wave of a few rain showers expected to roll on through near and south of the thruway as we head toward late this afternoon into this evening. Those taper off, but a dry time, maybe some patchy fog, good deal of cloud cover by the time you start the day on Thursday. Warm front close by, another round of showers rolls through as we head through the day tomorrow. That front stalls out for a time, but then pushes in closer to Syracuse as a warm front by the time we get to Friday. That ushers in some much milder air, boosting those temperatures into the 70s, but at the same time increases our chance for scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms. Luckily, the severe weather threat looking pretty low here on Friday. We'll keep you posted should that change. Saturday, still a few showers and storms close to 70, 60 and dropping for Easter Sunday, probably ending up in the 40s and 50s by the end of the day. Even cold enough, you're seeing that correctly, Sunday night into Monday for a few snow showers.
April.
Just have to laugh.
I guess March Madness continues.
It does, right? Never ends.
All right, let's talk about our question of